Hey, it's me, your casual Destiny guide. Welcome back to another Destiny video. The last one I talked about which class might be right for you, so now that you picked a class, it's time to jump into the game. But Destiny, like most RPGs, sucks at explaining things for new players like you. They run you through the most boring tutorial missions on Earth. No, literally, the missions do take place on Earth. Uh, and then they go, cool, you're ready now. Have fun.
Guardian down.
So here's 5 things you should do and know about as a new player. Or 5 things I wish I knew when I started Destiny. This is not the best title, but whatever, fuck it. I'll figure out what the title is whenever I upload this. So after you finish the new like tutorial missions on Earth with this guy, Shawhan, I hate to do this to you, but go and make 2 other characters, one of every type, and go through the tutorial missions for those 2. I know the missions suck and they're boring, but you have to do them every time and there's no way to skip them. And you will want to try out the different classes at some point in your Destiny journey, trust me on that. So just do them now and get them out the way. I wish I did this instead of waiting till I was like 200 hours in and then wanted to try other classes. So whenever you do feel like switching, you can just jump to those classes and start playing instead of having to go through the entire like boring tutorial missions all over again. Now, since it's an RPG, you probably are thinking about which direction to go in with gear and builds and all that, which is fine. But as a beginner, don't think about that. In most RPGs, you do have to plan ahead in the beginning, but we don't do that here. Just play and have fun. And if you do want to think about gear and builds right away against my advice, that's completely fine too. In the tower, the vaults that store your loot is located here, so if you find guns and gear that you even like already, go here and store them. Now, I want you to put those brown, white, or blue gear that you like in there. Because if you're making builds, you know, you gotta think about it early on, right? So just store them so you can come back for them later. Now, the same gear that you just put in there, I want you to take it back out and destroy them because they're all garbage. Listen, anything you find... That came off a little bit harsher than I meant it to, but listen, anything you find right now is not worth keeping, okay? Again, just play the game and have fun. When this number right here hits 1500 and you start getting purple gear, that's when you can start putting weapons you like into the vault and start thinking about builds. Up until you hit 1500 or around 1550, just get accustomed to the game mechanics and the missions and like where vendors are and all that. Now, when you do hit those levels, then I'm going to tell you to have a goal in mind because it'll help with what type of content you're playing and which direction you want to go in. So, figure out what your goal is. Do you want to be good at PvP or just have the most broken build, collect all the exotic gear and guns? Like, that's what I mean. My goal was to have a powerful enough build to solo high-end PvE content like legendary difficulty campaigns, dungeons, and legendary lost sectors, you know, that kind of stuff. And also for my character to just, you know, look good. And bitch, I look good. So once you have a goal, it'll determine what kind of perks you should look for when you get weapons. I mainly play PvE content, so I tend to dismantle guns that have PvP perks. But if your goal is to, you know, be good at PvE, then you want to look for and keep weapons that have good PvP perks. So like, you understand what I mean now? So yeah, just come up with a goal and that'll help you a lot with like what kind of gear you're gonna grind for and if it's PvP or PvE focused. Next are vendors and bounties. When you're playing through the game and the story, completing bounties while you play will give you extra XP and materials you need later on. If you're doing strikes and night falls, go to Zavala and Banshee 44 in the tower. Banshee's bounties are weapon-based, they're pretty easy, you can complete them anywhere, and Zavala's bounties can only be completed by doing content in here, which would be strikes and nightfalls. PvP bounty vendors are here, but I'd suggest staying away from PvP for now since you're new and don't have good gear, because you will not have a good time, okay? It smells like a fucking Smash tournament in there. They just be sweating their asses off, so just stay away from PvP for now. Ada is here on the left side of the map. They keep her in the basement of the tower for reasons. And you should go to her every day because she has mods that you can buy, and I suggest that you buy them because they change every 24 hours. You won't understand what the mods mean or do right now, but trust me, future you will thank you when you go to make a build, and that specific mod that you need, you already have because you bought it way back when. Everything I just mentioned in the previous point is done from the tower, and you should get bounties and all that before you start doing missions, so make it a habit. Always get your bounties and mods first when you load in, and you can complete them while you're just, going through the game. Now, here's what I wish somebody told me when I started playing. You could do all of this much faster than just running around the tower from vendor to vendor for like 10 minutes. Go to the App Store, yes, on your phone, and download the official Destiny app and connect your account. You can check which mods are on sale that day without having to actually go in-game. And you can also buy bounties. Yes, you can buy bounties from the app instead of going to the tower every time. I use the app to check what's on sale that day from certain vendors without having to go in the game. And if I don't want to go back to the tower, I just go into Orbit and buy bounties, and it works instantly. The other app you should download is called Little Light. I use this for gear and weapon transferring on the go between my characters and Vault. Again, use this instead of going back to the tower, to the vault, or switching characters just to get gear. I can easily swap gear from all my other classes to my current one instantly, anywhere, even during missions, and I love it. Lastly is Zur. Zur is the hentai vendor. Kinda. He does have weird tentacles for a face though. But he's a special vendor that appears every Friday to Monday. He sells exotic armor and weapons for pretty cheap. And also legendary high stat armor rolls. So the last tip is to Google where is Zur every Friday, because he rotates between 3 different places every week. And that's how you start getting exotic gear and weapons every week. Again, this will help you when you actually want to start creating builds later on. You can buy gear for all of your classes. It's always 1 exotic gear piece per class every week. And so you can just buy them and then store them in the vault for later. And yeah, that's 5 tips to help you out if you're just starting Destiny. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more beginner vids. If you made it this far, then thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.